Hey, how's everybody doing? So I just got off the subway. I just saw the movie, No Time to Die, and I'm still steamed. So I might as well just get this all off my chest. This is mega. I never do these videos, and this is mega spoilers. So I'm gonna ruin the ending. So don't click on this unless you want the ending ruined. But this is something that I think is a big enough deal that they expected that 11 minutes after the movie ended, people will be talking about it. So here's the deal. There are certain things that you just don't do. There's like certain things that are just inherent in just from business point of view. You're in a business. You have a core aspect of your product. Coca-Cola is beloved because it tastes a certain way. And in 1985, they changed it to New Coke, and it's one of the biggest disasters in history. They teach it in schools. So what's the cinematic equivalent of New Coke? I think it's No Time to Die, where you have the franchise, James Bond. I don't want to say it's too loud. I don't want to ruin people's day. People around me, I'm not going to ruin their day. You have the whole point of it is that he gets away, that he always survives. The missiles are flying, he'll get out of there, he'll be on a beach, he'll be with the girl, there'll be funny music, there'll be a joke. Remember one of them is a Moonraker where the Queen is on the phone even? Terrific. Well, in No Time to Die, they kill James Bond. They do it. They kill him. Now, listen. See, I just ruined this guy's day next to me. Now, listen, I know it's not the same. This is the suspension of disbelief. You watch the beginning of Her Majesty's Secret Service, destroys Lazenby, this never happened to the other guy, blah, blah, blah. I get it. They also make a lot of reference to calling someone 007 is just a code word, right? So, they get into all that. But they kill James Bond. I mean, what kind of world is this? What's the point? He's supposed to escape. This movie is escapism. This is not a serious movie. These are not serious. It's not a serious franchise. Even the ones that are more serious, the ones I don't like Quantum of Solace, which I saw once and will never see again because it was dull. They're supposed to be fun. They don't have to be Moonraker or You Only Live Twice that are ridiculous, but they should be fun. And James Bond's supposed to get the girl and escape. The end. They didn't do that. Why? New Coke syndrome. Everybody's trying to be different. Everybody's trying to stand out. Don't stand out. Do your thing. Do what you're supposed to do. Be James Bond. Morons. Nobody talked to me. And listen, first of all, what's particularly annoying is that the movie's really good up until the ending. It looks gorgeous. They shot at the opening sequences in Italy. They're flying around on a motorcycle. I happen to see it in IMAX, which I recommend. And then Q is funny. And Ana de Armas is in it for unfortunately, she only gets one scene. One sequence, extended sequence. She was great. I can't wait to read what Stephanie Zaharek, the only film critic that matters, she was there tonight. I can't wait to read what she has to say about Ana de Armas' sequence, because she really, there's a lot of these movies where, because Ana de Armas plays like a James Bondette, and there are all these movies lately where they try to get a sexy young woman to be super killer. There's like a slew of them on Netflix. There was one awful one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's got about as much charisma as a piece of toast. And there was another one with Charlize that was a little bit better. There was one called Gunpowder Milkshake by the Israeli director, and that I had to defame my people and say that movie was no good. There's so many boring movies, and this 11-minute sequence with Ana de Armas just schooled them all. Netflix, go to hell. I'm all worked up. They killed James Bond. And that's the point I was trying to make is there are changes in this. They introduced the new 007, this young woman. I don't know her, the actress's name. She comes on at first and you think that she's going to seduce James Bond, but she's actually the new 007. And she's great. And and then they team, and there's a little bit of who are you? And then they team up at the end. They're great. So the concept of passing the torch on to her, that's awesome. That's great. And also, Q, the new Q, he's a squirrely little kid. He's good. Ralph Fiennes. I guess Judi Dench died. I can't remember. Ugh. What's great about this movie overall is there's a lot of stupid stuff. There's they hack it into eyeballs. There's a lot of eyeballs in it. There's a line where Ralph Fiennes actually says Q, hack into Blofeld's eyeball. I just nearly lost it. Oh, and Rami Malek is fantastic. I don't know where he gets his funding. He's building a castle in Japan, and he's creating these, he's got all these henchmen that are willing to die for him. They don't really explain why. It's great, stupid Bond. It's Roger Moore level stupidity, which is a high compliment from me. Up until the end, when they try to get serious. F you. Whichever producer thought of that. Maybe it was Daniel Craig himself. Actors, sometimes they get a little too much power. They think of themselves. These actors, they all think they're curing cancer. Just act. Just do your job. Be James Bond. Don't try to be serious. I'm a little bit upset because they killed Captain Kirk. And that was the disaster of all time for that. You don't do that. And, if you follow the books of Star Trek, which no normal person would, they tried to walk it back. They brought Kirk back for a whole slew of Star Trek novels. But that doesn't really count. They killed Captain Kirk in the movie, and everybody was pissed off. Everybody had a right to be pissed off. Captain Kirk gets away. He saves the day. James Bond, there's other movies where the hero doesn't get away. That Star Wars movie where they steal the plans from the Death Star and then they die. Okay, that's fine. Why? Because we don't know who they are. Who cares? Let them go. And then it makes the movie poignant. It's not poignant when it's James Bond. There's 5 people who can't die. Captain Kirk, and they killed him. Morons. James Bond, they killed him. Morons. They can't kill Indiana Jones. And I guess they killed in Star Wars, but that doesn't count because then they go into the Force Ghost. So they did kill Han Solo. But who cares? It's just annoying. It's just annoying and it's wrong. And nobody wants it. Nobody wants this and everybody's going to be pissed off and the movie's going to make less money and the studio's got Mr. Gasso ready. And they're all going to have to feel the consequences of the invisible hand of the marketplace because people are going to come out of this movie with a bad vibe. I had a bad vibe coming out. I was annoyed. I wanted to yell and scream on the subway, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to ruin anybody's day. I really think that people are going to tell their friends, yeah, it's cool that they're in Italy. They go to Cuba. Ana de Armas kicks ass. That sequence is dynamite with her. She's so good. Oh my God, she's good. The new 007, whose name I don't know, she was cool. You first meet her, she's on a motorcycle. You think that she's going to shtup James Bond. But then people are going to leave annoyed. So what are you going to do? I don't know. Well, that's my take. And look at these beautiful dresses. Here, let's take a look at this. Let's get a sequel with Ana de Armas. Would Ana de Armas be caught dead in one of these dresses? Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, I got to go to the drugstore, so I'll talk to you later.